Good morning, everyone. Myself Kritika Pamecha, and today we are going to learn the chapter triangles. So let's see what we are going to learn in this chapter. We are going to learn the following are the contents that we are going to learn today. The first is definition, then types, properties, secondary part congruency, and then area. So first is what is triangle. A triangle is a three-sided polygon. Every triangle has three sides, three vertices and three angles. On the basis of sides of a triangle, triangles are of three types: an equilateral triangle, an isosceles triangle, and a scalene triangle. All triangles are convex and bicentric. That portion of the plane enclosed by the triangle is called the triangle interior, while the remainder is the exterior. The study of triangles is sometimes known as triangle geometry and is a rich area of geometry filled with beautiful results and unexpected connections. What do these symbols mean? Now, first angle is right angle triangle. Second is parallel to each other, quadrilateral parallel to each other but not parallel with the sides with only one arrow. Same length as each other. Now, fourth and last one is same length as each other but not the same length as the sides with only one dash. Types of triangles. Types of triangle on the basis of sides. There are three types of triangle: equilateral, isosceles, scale. अभी आपको नाम से ही समझ गया होगा, इक्विलेटरल मतलब तीनों साइड्स जिसका इक्वल होता है. आइसोसिलेस ट्राइंगल ऐसा होता है जिसमें जो ट्राइंगल में दो साइड्स इक्वल होते हैं और थर्ड साइड इज डिफरेंट. स्केलन में तीनों साइड्स ऑफ ट्राइंगल आर डिफरेंट. On the basis of angles, there are three types of triangles: acute angle, obtuse angle triangle and right angle triangle. Acute angle triangle मतलब जो 90 डिग्री, जो ट्राइंगल में तीनों एंगल्स 90 डिग्री से कम हो. 90 डिग्री से कम यानी 80 हो सकता है, 70, 60, 50, मतलब 90 डिग्री से कम वाले एंगल्स को हम एक्यूट एंगल ट्राइंगल बने. मतलब 90 डिग्री के कम वाले एंगल से जो ट्राइंगल बनता है वो होता है एक्यूट एंगल ट्राइंगल. ऑब्ट्यूस एंगल ट्राइंगल में कोई भी ट्राइंगल के तीन एंगल होते हैं, तो कोई भी एक एंगल जो 90 डिग्री से ज़्यादा हो और बाकी दो मतलब एक एंगल कोई भी 90 डिग्री से ज़्यादा होगा, उस ट्राइंगल को हम ऑब्ट्यूस एंगल ट्राइंगल बोलेंगे. और राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल इज wherein one angle is 90 degree. Okay, so let's see the definition of all of these. Equilateral triangle is triangles having all sides equal are called equilateral triangle as shown in the figure below. Isosceles triangle is triangles having two sides equal are called isosceles triangle as shown in the figure below. The identical marks are showing the type of triangle. Like first, in the first triangle, equilateral triangle, all the three sides are identically marked. So this is isosceles triangle, two sides are marked, so two sides equal are called isosceles triangle. Next is scalene triangle. Triangles having no sides equal are called scalene triangle. As I told you earlier, जो ट्राइंगल जिसमें तीनों साइड्स डिफरेंट मेजर्स के होते हैं उसे स्केलन ट्राइंगल बोलते हैं. नाउ ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ एंगल्स, तो acute angle triangle, obtuse angle triangle, right angle triangle. Acute angle triangle is triangles whose all angles are acute angle and are called acute angle triangle. Obtuse angle to triangle, triangles whose one angle is obtuse angle are called obtuse angle triangle. Right angle triangle, triangles whose one angle is right angle are called right angle triangle, जो मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया था. Now we shall see the properties of a triangle. So what are the properties of a triangle? Triangles are assumed to be two-dimensional plane figures unless the context provides otherwise. In rigorous treatments, a triangle is therefore called a two-simplex. Elementary facts about triangles are presented by Euclid in books 1 to 4 of his Elements around 300 BC. The measures of the interior angles of the triangle always add up to 180 degrees. Properties of a triangle. The measures of the interior angles of a triangle in Euclidean space always adds up to 180 degrees. This allows determination of the measure of the third angle of any triangle given the measure of two angles. An exterior angle of a triangle is an angle that is a linear pair to an interior angle. The measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of the two interior angles that are not adjacent to it. This is the exterior angle theorem. The sum of the measures of the three exterior angles, one for each vertex of any triangle, is 360 degrees. Angle sum property. Angle sum property of a triangle is that the sum of all interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. Exterior angle property. Exterior angle property of a triangle is that an exterior angle of the triangle is equal to sum of two opposite interior angles of the triangle. Pythagoras theorem. This is one of the famous and mostly used theorem in maths, which is Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is a theorem given by Pythagoras. The theorem is that in a right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of squares of the rest of the two sides. Two things to remember in Pythagoras theorem. It is Pythagoras theorem is always used in a case of right angle triangle, and the formula for Pythagoras theorem is a square plus b square is equal to c square, wherein a and b are the sides of the triangle and c is the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle. Secondary parts of a triangle. Median of a triangle. The line segment joining the midpoint of the base of the triangle is called median of the triangle. Or a line segment which connects the vertex of a triangle is to the midpoint of the opposite side is called median of the triangle. Median in simple words is the midpoint of the triangle. Altitude of a triangle. The line segment drawn from the vertex of a triangle perpendicular to its opposite side is called an altitude or height of a triangle as shown in the figure. Perpendicular bisector. A line that passes through midpoint of the triangle or the line which bisects the third side of the triangle and is perpendicular to it is called the perpendicular bisector of that triangle. Angle bisector. A line segment that bisects an angle of a triangle is called angle bisector of the triangle, as you can see in the figure below. Congruency of a triangle. SSS criteria of congruency. Now there are 5 to 6 congruencies of triangle. First is SSS, ASA, SAS, AAA, and hypotenuse side test, and one more AAA test. So SSS criteria of congruency. If the three sides of one triangle are equal to the three sides of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent by the SSS test. SSS criteria is called side criteria of congruency. SAS criteria of congruency. SAS means side angle side test. If two sides of the angle included between them is equal to the corresponding two sides and the angle between them of another triangle, then the both triangles are congruent by the SAS criteria, that is side angle side criteria of congruency. ASA criteria of congruency. If two angles and the side of a triangle is equal to the corresponding two angles and the side of the another triangle, then the triangles are congruent by the ASA criteria, that is angle side angle criteria of congruency. RHS criteria of congruency. If the hypotenuse and the leg of one right angle triangle is equal to the corresponding hypotenuse and the leg of another right angle triangle, then the both triangles are congruent by RHS criteria, that is right angle hypotenuse side criteria of congruency. Now how to find area of triangle. So formula for area of triangle by Heron's formula. Heron's formula can be used in finding area of all types of triangles. The formula is area is equal to root of S in the bracket S minus A into S minus B into S minus C, where S is semi-perimeter, ABC are sides of triangle. Formula for isosceles triangle. An area of isosceles triangle is equal to 1/4 b into root of 4x square minus root of y square, where b is base and a is length of equal sides. Formula for right angle triangle. Half into base into height. Mathematicians related to triangles. Pythagoras. A famous Pythagorean theorem is used in mathematics, which is given by Pythagoras.